for instance, I don't know about you, but I remember a time, it was kind of before that Super Size Me movie, where like McDonald's twice, 3 times, 5 times a week was like a pretty American norm. We're like, busy families, I don't know, throw a fucking Happy Meal in the back for the kids and whatever. And everyone
tell people what Super Size Me was.
Oh, sorry. So Super Size Me basically was a documentary that I think you probably had to watch in school.
Morgan Spurlock. It was like 2006, I think.
Yeah, so it was basically just about a guy who literally, McDonald's used to have what was called the Super Size Meal, and it would be like the extra large fry and the quadruple motherfucking burger and everything. But basically,
wasn't it an experiment?
Well, this is what I'm saying. So no. That was something on the menu. So for instance, you would be at McDonald's and they'd say, "Do you want to supersize that?" And he would say, "Yes." He took the Super Size Me meals, and basically what he did is he ate only McDonald's exclusively for, I believe, 60 days.
30-day period from February 1st to March 2nd of 2003. He ate nothing but McDonald's for every meal.
Now, one thing I want to touch on before we dive into this. It was very, very normal in my life and a lot of people's lives to eat McDonald's or any fast food multiple times a week. Now, here's what I want to say. Did our parents in the back of their minds go, this probably isn't the best thing for my son or daughter to be eating multiple times over? Probably. Honestly, probably. The same way I'm like, there's probably a better use of my time than social media. But it was the ease of it. There's McDonald's everywhere. If you live in a large city like New York, like, come on. It was the ease of it. The kids were happy. It tasted good. Same way you know what? Well, I like some pictures or whatever. And at the end of the day, there was no big attention brought to it. Now, did we need Super Size Me to tell us all that shoving fries in our mouth like he's doing on that cover is bad? No, we certainly did not. But it's all of a sudden when there's one thing, a documentary, something brought to it, all of a sudden everyone goes, wow, wait.
It was a documentary.
Right.
It was, what was the runtime on this thing?
We
can see it right now.
98 minutes. The point of what I'm trying to say here is there's like these boxes in culture or in society more so where we recognize that something's not great for us, but it's easy, convenient, nice to have, tasty. And we kind of just go, eh? And
acceptance.
And then something brings an attention to it. Hey, you should really look into this.
That's the point. And like people respond to stuff where it's visceral. And we're talking about where the movie officially, the Super Size Me, came out in 2004. I'd said 2006, but it was 2004.
Yep.
This is before the social era. This is before the really, really short attention span era and everything. But it's still packed an encyclopedia worth of issues into an interesting case study that you watched and got invested in and learned in 98 minutes that this is bad for me.
Right. And like I said, people recognized it, and some people may have gotten turned off to the idea of fast food forever. Really, 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 took a couple steps back on how often they consumed it. Now, what I think is, it's kind of like the flow of society. There's things where it's like a box, like I said, where people go, oh, I do this, and they kind of ignore it, and then something comes out. Oh, this is bad. Next thing, social media. Oh, this is bad. And there's going to always be things like that. And I'm curious if that's just human behavior, if that's just how society kind of moves along. Like, I don't really know the answer to that, but there's going to be another thing that's coming after social media. There is.